You might not believe it, but a single glass of fresh juice can support your eyes in ways pricey medications often promise but don't always deliver. Ever found yourself squinting to recognize someone across the street, or feeling like the print on a menu keeps shrinking? According to the World Health Organization, more than 2.2 billion people live with vision problems that could have been prevented or addressed. The good news? We're not talking about expensive surgery, we're talking about affordable fruit. If that sounds helpful, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next. I'm Dr. Richard Bennett, a physician with over 30 years of experience helping older adults keep their vision clear and their independence strong. Throughout my career, I've seen hundreds of patients regain confidence through simple, natural adjustments, like making changes in their diet. I understand the frustrations you face, but I also know the solutions that work. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover could change the way you care for your eyes. Picture this. You open a book you've always loved, but the letters begin to blur. You adjust your glasses, bring the page closer, move it farther away, but the sharpness never returns. Has this happened to you? That silent haze is often one of the first cries for help from your eyes. At first, it feels like a small annoyance, but over time, those blurry patches start stealing precious details from daily life. The joy of seeing your grandchild smile, reading the label on a prescription, catching the number on a bus. Each detail becomes a challenge, and with that comes frustration. At night, it gets worse. Headlights scatter into blinding halos. Stairs look steeper than they are, and every step carries the fear of stumbling. Many seniors stop going out after dark, not because they don't want to, but because they no longer feel safe. Bit by bit, freedom slips away. And this isn't just about eyesight, it's about the heart. How many times have you thought, "I'm becoming useless"? That thought eats away at self-esteem. It pulls people away from friends, makes hobbies less enjoyable, and fuels the fear of dependency. But here's the truth you need to hear. It's not too late. Scary terms like cataracts, glaucoma, or macular degeneration sound like final sentences. Yet science shows the body can still respond, even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s. Circulation can improve, inflammation can decrease, comfort can return. You are not alone. Millions of older adults around the world face these same challenges, but many are also discovering accessible ways to support their eyesight, often with simple tools nature already provides. Imagine adding something refreshing and natural to your day, right from your own kitchen. Something as simple as a glass of juice could be the first step toward regaining clarity and confidence. This isn't about miracle cures. It's about real science applied to everyday life. Juices packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and compounds can help protect the retina, preserve the eye's natural lens, and even ease eye pressure. Small steps, repeated daily, can add up to a real change in your vision's future. But here's the catch. Not every so-called healthy juice is a friend to your eyes. There's a silent mistake many people make without even realizing it. Pay close attention now, because this is serious. Weak vision is not the only danger. The greatest risk for people over 60 lies in falls, because they steal away your independence. Did you know that 96% of seniors over 60 have already suffered serious falls? And these falls are not just simple accidents. They often lead to fractures, and worse, they take away your independence, your freedom, and your confidence to walk safely. But there is a simple solution. With just 10 seconds a day, the neurobalance therapy protocol reactivates balance muscles forgotten by time, giving you back your stability and control over your life. Don't wait for the next fall. Regain your confidence today. Click the first link in the comments or point your camera at the QR code and start right now. I guarantee you, this protocol will transform your life. The silent mistake. Too much sweet juice. When people think of fresh juice, the first word that comes to mind is healthy. After all, fruit is fruit, right? But here's the truth almost nobody talks about. Not every natural juice is good for your eyes. In fact, in some cases, it can actually speed up vision loss. This is the silent mistake many people make without realizing it. Picture this. Mrs. Linda, 70 years old, wakes up early, squeezes 4 sweet oranges, and pours herself a tall glass of juice. She believes she's doing something wonderful for her health. But what actually happens inside her body is a surge of glucose, day after day. That constant sugar overload quietly damages the body's most delicate blood vessels, especially the ones that feed the retina. It's like scratching a window pane over and over. Sooner or later, the glass loses its clarity, and the light no longer passes through the same way. And this is more common than you think. Very sweet fruits like mangoes, persimmons, grapes in excess, or even too much orange juice can push blood sugar too high. And here's the problem: elevated glucose doesn't just harm the body, it also harms the eyes. It raises the risk of early cataracts, accelerates diabetic retinopathy, and weakens the retina. It's like seeing the world through a lens that's always dirty. Science backs this up. A 2020 report from the American Diabetes Association showed that consistently high blood sugar is directly linked to a higher risk of eye complications, including cataracts and retinal degeneration. In other words, sugar, even the natural kind, can quietly become an enemy of your vision. Think of your retina like a stained glass window in a cathedral. Every tiny piece contributes to the larger picture. But when glucose levels spike, cracks begin to form. Slowly, the image loses harmony. That's what happens inside your eyes when blood sugar stays high over time. Real-life stories prove the danger. Take Mrs. Louise, 71, who drank a big glass of cashew juice every day, always with added sugar. She was convinced she was boosting her health. But over time, her vision became cloudy, and reading at night grew harder. Her exams revealed elevated blood sugar and the first signs of retinal damage. The news shocked her. With guidance, she cut back on sweet juices and began alternating with less sugary options like blueberries and kiwi. A few months later, she felt more energetic, her tests stabilized, and her vision became more comfortable. This example highlights something critical. It's not too late to adjust your habits. Even after years of repeating the same mistakes, the body can still respond. Your body still responds to care. The lesson here is simple. Not every natural juice is actually beneficial for your eyes. Balance matters. Stick to 1 fruit per glass. Dilute with water or ice, and rotate your choices with less sweet, antioxidant-rich options. Variety is just as important as moderation. The silent mistake is believing that any fresh juice automatically protects your eyesight. In reality, overloading on very sweet fruits can do the opposite, accelerating cataracts and retinal problems. The takeaway is clear. Balance and awareness are the first steps to preserving your vision. And now that you know what to avoid, let's move on to the next step. Discovering the blueberry, the tiny blue fruit that acts like a shield for your macula, protecting your central vision.
Blueberry, the blue shield for your macula. Among all fruits, few carry as much power for your eyes as the blueberry. Small, deep blue, and often overlooked, it may look like just another berry. But in truth, it's one of the strongest natural allies against macular degeneration, the condition that threatens central vision more than any other in older adults. The macula is like the central point of a camera. It's what allows you to read a book, recognize a loved one's face, or admire the vivid colors of a sunset. When the macula weakens, those details disappear. It's like watching TV with a dark blotch in the middle of the screen. You can still see the edges, but the most important part, the center, is lost. This is where blueberries shine. They're loaded with anthocyanins, the antioxidants that give them their striking blue color. Picture hundreds of tiny blue umbrellas opening over the cells of your macula. As harmful free radicals, like acid rain, fall down, those umbrellas shield the delicate tissue, slowing the wear and tear of central vision. And science agrees. A 2019 study published in the journal Nutrients followed older adults who regularly consumed blueberries and found that they had a significantly lower risk of macular degeneration. This isn't just folklore. Small, consistent portions can truly make a difference. The best part? Adding blueberries to your routine is simple. Fresh, frozen, or blended, they all work. One powerful recipe is mixing a handful of blueberries with cold water and a few drops of lemon. This combo not only boosts antioxidants, but also creates a refreshing, flavorful drink. Think of it as a natural blue elixir for your macula. Real stories bring this to life. Mrs. Celia, 67, loved reading romance novels. But she started noticing strange gaps in the text. Letters seemed to vanish from the page. Her doctor confirmed the first signs of macular degeneration. Determined not to lose her reading joy, she followed his advice to add frozen blueberries to her breakfast 3 times a week. After 2 months, she said, "It feels like the letters are shining again." Her tests showed stability, and she regained confidence. Her experience reveals something powerful. It's not too late to strengthen your macula. Even when early signs appear, your body still responds. Your body still responds to care. Small, steady choices add up to visible results. Here's an interesting cultural note. In Nordic countries like Finland and Sweden, blueberries are a staple of tradition. People pick them fresh in the summer and freeze them for winter. And not surprisingly, rates of macular degeneration in seniors are lower there. Daily habits truly shape the future of your vision. Another key point: you don't need excess. The secret is consistency. A small glass of blueberry juice, just 3 times a week, is enough to strengthen your macular shield. The blueberry is the guardian of central vision. It keeps details sharp, protects your independence, and gives you confidence to keep reading, recognizing faces, and enjoying life's moments with clarity. A small fruit with a massive impact. And if blueberries guard the macula, the next fruit protects another essential part of the eye, the lens. Let's talk about kiwi, the green shield against cataracts.
Kiwi, the green shield against cataracts. Among all the fruits at the market, kiwi often goes unnoticed. Small, rough on the outside, and not as flashy as oranges or mangoes, it doesn't usually get much attention. But inside its simplicity lies a powerful ally. Kiwi is one of the best natural defenders against cataracts, thanks to its remarkably high vitamin C content. The lens of your eye, the crystalline lens, acts like a window, focusing light so you can see clearly. Over the years, however, this lens suffers from oxidative stress. Gradually, it becomes cloudy, leading to cataracts. Imagine a clear window collecting dust and stains day after day. Over time, less light passes through, and the view becomes foggy. This is where kiwi steps in. It contains up to 3 times more vitamin C than oranges, a fact that surprises many people. Vitamin C acts like a natural cleaner, reducing oxidative stress and helping keep the lens transparent for longer. Science backs this up. A 2016 study published in the Ophthalmology Journal followed older adults over a decade and found that diets rich in vitamin C reduced the risk of cataract progression by up to 33%. In other words, regular intake over time truly makes a difference. And it's easy to put into practice. Blend 2 ripe kiwis with fresh mint leaves and cold water for a refreshing eye-protective juice. Every sip is like gently wiping your eye's natural lens clean, delaying cloudiness and preserving clarity. Plus, it's affordable, easy to prepare, and a great replacement for sugary drinks. Real-life stories prove its power. Mrs. Maria, 72, noticed her glasses no longer helped with her blurry vision. Her doctor diagnosed early-stage cataracts. Determined to avoid immediate surgery, she started drinking kiwi juice 3 times a week. After just 2 months, she reported clearer reading and less sensitivity to light. Her doctor noted that the progression was slower than expected. Her case shows something crucial.
it's not too late to act. Even when symptoms appear, your body still responds. Your body still responds to care. Small, consistent changes, like a few glasses of kiwi juice, can slow cataract development and restore confidence in daily life. Kiwi offers another advantage. It's rich in fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar. That's a double win for eye health, supporting both the lens and the delicate vessels that nourish the retina. Here's a practical tip. Don't add sugar to kiwi juice. Let its natural flavor shine. If the tartness is too strong, a handful of fresh mint leaves softens the taste while keeping antioxidants intact. Kiwi truly is the green shield against cataracts. Packed with vitamin C, it works like a natural cleanser, keeping the lens of the eye clearer for longer. A modest fruit with a massive role in protecting vision. And if kiwi protects the lens, the next fruit strengthens the delicate blood vessels of the retina. Let's talk about the purple grape, loaded with resveratrol and ready to fortify your eyesight.
Purple grapes, the juice that strengthens the retina. Among the many fruits you can easily find at the grocery store, purple grapes are among the most beloved. Sweet, flavorful, used in juices, jams, and even wine, they've already earned their place at the family table. But here's what most people don't know. In their natural juice form, purple grapes become a true guardian of the retina while also helping reduce eye pressure. Think of the retina as a finely woven Persian rug. Every colorful thread is a cell that captures light and transforms it into an image. For the pattern to stay vibrant, it needs nourishment from extremely thin blood vessels. But when those vessels weaken, parts of the rug start to fade. That's what happens with your vision. If circulation fails, the retina loses strength. This is where purple grapes reveal their power. The skin of the grape is rich in resveratrol and flavonoids, antioxidants famous for protecting the heart and blood vessels. But the same effect happens in your eyes. They strengthen the retina's capillaries, improve blood flow, and reduce inflammation. Imagine skilled gardeners tending every delicate hose that waters the garden of your vision. Science agrees. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry showed that regular consumption of dark grapes reduced intraocular pressure and protected against optic nerve damage, reducing the risk of glaucoma. But there's one important detail. The benefits come from drinking grape juice with the skin unsweetened. The skin holds the highest concentration of antioxidants. When juice is overly filtered or loaded with sugar, its protective power drops. In practice, just one glass of natural purple grape juice 2 or 3 times a week makes a difference. Its natural sweetness means you don't need to add sugar. It's a simple, affordable, and enjoyable habit. Real stories confirm this. Mr. James, 74, a retired construction worker, noticed that reading the newspaper was becoming more and more tiring. His doctor found signs of eye strain and intraocular pressure above the ideal. Determined to protect his sight, James began drinking natural purple grape juice with breakfast 3 times a week. In just 2 months, he reported less strain, clearer reading, and better eye exams showing improved blood flow and lower pressure. Smiling, he said, "It's like my eyes got younger again." His story proves a vital point. It's not too late to strengthen your vision. Even when signs of wear appear, your body still responds. Your body still responds to care. Small, steady habits bring results that restore hope and independence. Purple grapes bring another bonus. Their antioxidants also protect the heart and larger blood vessels. That means more energy, less fatigue, and a stronger body overall. When circulation improves, the whole body benefits, including the eyes. Purple grape juice isn't just a tasty drink, it's a natural tonic for your retina. It strengthens capillaries, improves circulation, and helps lower intraocular pressure. A simple fruit with the power to protect your vision and independence. And now, after learning what to avoid and which juices support each part of the eye, let's hear the full story of someone who put it all into practice. Mr. James. Real stories carry a special power. They show us that small changes can transform lives. And the journey of Mr. James, a 74-year-old retired builder, is living proof that it's never too late to care for your vision. In his younger years, James was known for his precision. He measured, cut, and built with sharp eyes that caught every detail. His sight was his greatest tool. But as the years passed, he began to notice changes. The morning newspaper, once his ritual, looked increasingly blurry. Letters lost their crispness. At night, headlights turned into glaring halos, and even his grandchildren's faces looked less defined. Worried, James visited his doctor. The diagnosis: elevated intraocular pressure and early signs of retinal strain. The words risk of glaucoma hit him like an alarm. He had friends who had lost part of their sight to the disease, and the fear followed him home. But alongside the warning, his doctor offered hope. He explained that in addition to traditional treatment, simple daily habits could strongly support his eye health. One in particular stood out: adding natural purple grape juice to his routine. The reason was clear. The grape's skin is packed with resveratrol, an antioxidant that boosts circulation and lowers pressure inside the eye. At first, James hesitated. He was used to starting his mornings with black coffee, not fruit juice. But he decided to give it a try. 3 times a week, he blended grapes, skin and all, without sugar. "It's sweet enough as it is," he told his wife. The first weeks felt like an adjustment, but within 2 months, he noticed changes. Reading the paper took less effort. His eyes didn't burn as much at the end of the day. And most importantly, his fear of going out at night began to fade. At his next exam, his doctor confirmed the progress: improved blood flow in the eyes and lower intraocular pressure. James smiled and said, "It feels like my eyes just caught a second wind." This wasn't a miracle overnight. It was the fruit of consistency, small, steady choices repeated with discipline. James realized that his body still responded to care. He didn't need to surrender to vision loss or feel resigned to a fading future. More than clearer sight, what changed was his confidence. He walked again without fear, played freely with his grandkids, and read his newspaper without worrying about finishing the page. He discovered that, even at 74, it wasn't too late to regain joy and independence. And perhaps the greatest lesson in his story is this: he is not alone. Just like James, thousands of seniors can transform their vision with simple choices. You can too. His journey shows there's no age limit to start caring for your eyes. With consistency and simple habits, like a glass of natural grape juice, you can regain clarity, confidence, and hope. It's not too late. You are not alone. Your body still responds to care.
So far, we've seen what to avoid and which juices can support your eyesight. Blueberries to protect the macula, kiwi to preserve the lens, and purple grapes to strengthen the retina and ease eye pressure. But the big question remains: how do you turn this knowledge into a daily habit? The answer is simple: a practical, repeatable ritual. Think of this ritual like a lighthouse at night. It doesn't light up the entire horizon at once, but it guides you step by step toward safety. Eye care works the same way. It's not about drastic overnight changes, but about small, steady gestures that build long-term protection. Step 1. The conscious morning. Many older adults start their day with a tall glass of orange or mango juice, believing it's healthy. But balance is key. If you choose sweet fruits, keep it to just 1 per glass, then dilute the rest with water or ice. This small shift prevents morning sugar spikes that strain the retina. Step 2. The blue shield of the week. 3 times a week, prepare a blueberry juice. Fresh or frozen, both work. Blend a handful with cold water and a splash of lemon. This drink builds a protective shield against macular degeneration, like handing out blue umbrellas to defend your central vision from free radical acid rain. Step 3. The green lens cleaner. 2 or 3 times a week, make kiwi juice. Blend 2 ripe kiwis with fresh mint and cold water. Each sip works like a gentle wipe across the lens of your eye, slowing down cataract development and keeping your vision sharper for longer. Step 4. The purple tonic for the retina.
At least twice a week, enjoy a glass of natural purple grape juice. Blend the grapes with their skins, no sugar added. The resveratrol in the skin nourishes the retina's capillaries and helps lower intraocular pressure. Picture yourself watering a delicate garden, making sure each flower gets what it needs to thrive. Step 5. Consistency is the secret. The true power of this ritual isn't in how much you drink at once, but in how consistently you repeat it. One small glass, practiced regularly, builds lasting protection. Your body still responds to care, even after decades. Every gesture counts. This juice ritual is simple, practical, and powerful. Balance in the morning. Blueberries for the macula, kiwi for the lens, grapes for the retina. Practiced with discipline, it becomes a melody of protection for your eyes, restoring clarity, confidence, and quality of life. You've already learned which juices to choose to protect your eyes. But here's a detail almost nobody talks about, one that can multiply your results: staying consistently hydrated with pure water. It may sound too simple, but many seniors confuse liquids with hydration. Coffee, tea, or juice help, but they don't replace the essential role of water. And the reason is clear: your eyes are made mostly of water. Even your tears, which keep the surface of the eye comfortable and lubricated, depend on proper hydration. When water intake falls short, your eyes dry out, become irritated, and feel vulnerable. It's like a lake that's drying up. The ground cracks, life weakens, and everything around loses vitality. The same happens to your vision when your body lacks hydration. The solution is straightforward. The ideal is to drink 6 to 8 cups of water throughout the day, in small amounts. No need to chug it all at once. The secret is steady, consistent hydration. A simple tip: keep a water bottle with you at all times. Every sip acts like a fresh rinse for your eye cells. And here's a nighttime secret. Before bed, drink half a glass of water. It helps reduce overnight dryness when your body goes hours without fluid intake. Water is the invisible ally of your vision. Without it, the nutrients from juices can't circulate. With it, every antioxidant reaches its target. So alongside protective juices, never forget the simplest and most powerful natural remedy: pure water. By now, you might be wondering, but what if I'm already experiencing some of these symptoms? Is it too late for me? The answer is clear and powerful: it's not too late. Small choices, cutting back on overly sweet juices, adding blueberries, kiwi, and purple grapes to your diet, staying consistently hydrated, can all become real allies in protecting your vision. We're not talking about miracle cures, but about accessible habits you can start right in your own kitchen, without high costs or complications. Many believe that once you're past 60 or 70, there's nothing more to be done. But that's simply not true. Every step counts. Every glass of juice, every sip of water, every conscious choice is an investment in the future of your eyesight. And here's the most important truth: your body still responds to care. Even after decades of use, your eyes remain open to protection and support. And remember, you are not alone. Millions of people share the same fear: the fear of losing clarity, of no longer driving safely, of not recognizing the faces of loved ones. But millions are also discovering natural ways to support their vision, and you can be part of that group. Caring for your eyes is more than preserving sharpness. It's about securing quality moments. Seeing your grandchildren smile, enjoying the colors of a sunset, reading the paper with ease. It's about continuing to live with independence and joy. Hold on to these 3 truths. It's not too late. You are not alone. Your body still responds to care. The future of your vision lies in the choices you make today. If this video brought you clarity, don't keep this information to yourself. Vision is one of life's greatest gifts, and taking care of it also means protecting your freedom, your family, and the moments still ahead. That's why I ask you for 3 simple gestures that can make a big impact.
Like this video, share it with someone who also needs to protect their eyesight, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next tips. These 3 steps ensure more people discover affordable solutions, and that you keep receiving practical guidance to support your vision. Sharing is especially powerful. Maybe a friend, a neighbor, or even a family member is struggling with vision problems without realizing that something as simple as a glass of juice could make a difference. With one click, you can offer them hope. Liking this video is the fastest way to show that this message matters, helping it reach thousands of other households where it's needed most. And now I want to hear from you. Which juice will you try first? Blueberry, kiwi, or purple grape? Leave your answer in the comments. Your experience might inspire someone else to take their first step toward protecting their vision. Like, share, subscribe. But above all, put this into practice, because every sip you take today is a choice for the future of your vision and for the moments you still want to see with clarity.